Hi, y'all. I am so sorry I'm late. I try to make sure that I start my intimate conversations with Pink Kitty on time, but it looks like my guests aren't here. So maybe I was a little too late. I tried to reach them as soon as possible. So many apologies for the show starting late today. And I'm sitting out by the pool. I'm going to give you guys a good look tonight because ain't nothing but a pool party out here for Pink Kitty. I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes for more people to join. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'm trying to see if my guests are going to come because otherwise we have to change the subject of the show because, can't have the chakra show without the folks that specialize in chakras, right? So I'm going to give them a few more minutes to join us again. I'm sure they were here on time, but I was not. Again, I issue my sincerest apologies. I was late because there was a flight delay for one of my guests for the show, and so it caused me to be late because I was picking them up. Next time we'll arrange for a car. So, anywho, hi Curtis. It's always a pleasure. I'm so happy you joined me. So I ain't even had time to put my suit on, so I just got my feet in the water. Like I said, I'm at the pool. I just got my feet in the water, and I am trying to do the show live again. We're gonna check for my guests one more time. I don't see them, so I guess we will be talking about something else because I still don't see them. So the other thing that we wanted to do with intimate conversations with Pink Kitty is we're going to do a bed talk, and that is where I answer questions that are frequently asked. Y'all know the word I'm trying to say of me when I'm doing my events or that are sent to my inbox or things like that. So one of the most recent questions that was asked of me, okay, we're gonna figure that out. One of the most recent questions that was asked of me is, uh, oh my gosh, I can't. So am I into pegging? So obviously that is something that I've talked about. If you are a person that is regularly on my YouTube channel, I am an advocate for pegging. I love pegging. It's my thing, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I have never, ever, ever had a problem um, with a guy enjoying it, well, enjoying me doing that to them. And yeah, the first time was a little strange because it's something that's not frequently talked about, and I didn't know what I was doing, and he was nervous, but we got a little rhythm and some adequate lube, and life was a little bit better. So another question that gets asked of me a lot is how long I have been in the adult industry, and although I don't have sex for pay, I do consider myself a sex worker because I work in the adult novelty industry. I teach intimacy coaching, and I was a pro dom, which was professional dominatrix at some point. So yeah, so I'm like an advocate for that, and I have been in the industry for 13 years. It's upstairs. You can just go up, cut it. My sister's up there. You look so cute. Y'all got to see my friend. This is my live podcast. So, oh, that light is like really bothering me. I hope you guys are okay. Um, one of the guests is saying that they're going to show up, so we'll see what happens. Hoping that he'll show up. So, anyway, in addition to being, selling sex toys, again, I've also was a professional dominatrix, which means that my specialty was vlogging and humiliation. So those are my things at when I was in that life. So that is one of the questions that gets asked of me a lot. I've been in the industry, like I said, for over 13 years. Actually, it's been longer than 13 years. It's probably been more like 20, if I'm being honest. At some point, I didn't really know what I was doing, but absolutely was would be considered a professional. Anywho, um, next question that I'm asked frequently is, do I actually use toys? And if you have ever had a live conversation with me or read any of my posts on anywhere in social media, you know the answer to that is a resounding yes. I am not only a client, I am the owner and CEO. The reason that I decided to get into the adult novelty industry was because I have a sex addiction and fully aware of it. I own it. I'm happy about it. I live my life freely and openly. I don't have to feel like I have to hide who I am. And it took a long time for me to get to this place. So I'm definitely not allowing any, I'm sorry, my citronella candle went out and I told y'all I'm about to pool. So the bugs are out. Um, so yeah, I am a serious advocate for toys, and my favorite probably changes every year. I try to, matter of fact, let me not say I try. I actually do try at least one new item every month because I believe that it keeps me fresh, it keeps me um, knowledgeable, and I'm able to keep up with trends. Like I can't be a dominant player in this industry without knowing what's out there. So absolutely yes, I do use toys. Absolutely, yes, I do recommend that you do so. Okay, I still don't see the person coming. So yeah, the answer to that question is yes, 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 yes. And I think you need to get you some www.pinkkitty.com. Does anybody else have any questions? You guys should send me messages. Do you have anything you want to ask me? I'm answering questions right now because my guests are not here, which I'm not pleased about. But that's what happens when you have a live show. You have to be prepared for things not to go the way that you initially planned it. Um, my bed talk show will not be live in the future. The bed talk show will be pre-recorded because I want to make sure I have my items and everything ready and charged, and I don't want to have a situation kind of like the one we're having right now, where the guests that I had are not here. And again, I am absolutely not faulting them because I was late because of a flight delay. So I was going to start the show while I was driving, but I thought I'd rather be safe. One of the guests is here. Hi, I see you. All right. I'm going to add him to the stream because I really, really, really wanted to talk about chakras and how to better, how it improves your sex life as well as your overall health. So, hey.
Peace.
I
Peace.
can't hear you. Are you speaking? You look like
Yeah,
you
can you hear me
buzz.
now?
I can't hear you. Can you check your mic? Check your mic.
Yeah. Hold on. You
You,
can't hear me?
but it's not playing. So look at the bottom of your screen. It should be something that says mic. I'm sorry, we're live, so I can't like have this conversation sidebar. I can't hear you.
What about
Do you see
now?
the thing that says mic underneath at the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, did you press it? Oh, you guys can hear him. It's just me that can't hear him. That's not good. Again, live show. Thank you guys for letting me know that you can hear him. I don't know why I can't hear you. Let me see.
I don't know. That's
Yeah, this
weird.
is bothering me now. Hold on. Oh, that would explain it.
Oh, can you hear me yet?
Okay, y'all. Can y'all see me?
Yes.
Oh, and I can hear you. Life got better. Okay, can you introduce yourself and tell my people like what you do?
Peace. My name is Alheim. I'm a healer, a holistic practitioner. I do a little Reiki, a little Qigong, energy healing. I use crystals. I use other sacred items as well. I also have a bachelor's of science in health education and promotion, and I'm a candle
Yay!
maker.
Oh, and he forgot to say the most important thing is he's my cousin.
Oh well, see, I wasn't gonna spill the beans, but yeah, but
No,
if
they
they
gotta
look at,
know. Like I'm full
but
disclosure
look,
with.
but if they look at us, they can tell though. Look at our face,
I know all these cheeks.
right? We family.
Yes. So he's my
Yes, that's
cousin
my
for the other
cousin.
thing. I'm so glad that you were able to make it. Again, I apologize to you. I know I've apologized to my viewers like 15 times for being late. Again, it was because of a flight delay. You guys know that I would never start my show that I said at 9 o'clock to start at 9:30. That is just not the way I handle my business. That's not the way I handle my life. So please, please, please accept my heartfelt apologies. But again, thank you for coming back. I was like, oh Lord, please don't do something else. So anyway, so tell us what made you get started into being a healer.
It's well, my great grandmother is Geechee Guala, and she always was in the kitchen on my mother's side. Like if somebody was sick, if somebody hurt themselves, she was always in the kitchen, and I was always in the kitchen with her. So with that, I just paid attention. I started out with just basic herbs and things you could use around the house to help
All
heal
right,
you.
Lady D. She
So
said, "Kittee
then,
with
yeah, you might as well see that. But
it."
you always the clicker was it was all type of people knocking on her back door. It was church folks, it was street
Hmm.
people, it was all type of people hitting her back door. Dick, 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 dick. So that goes to show you if you want some help, it doesn't really matter. It's like
Right.
being a universal soldier, everybody coming. Even if they
Hmm.
got to tiptoe and, wait till everybody sleep or whatever people personal differences is, which is a waste of time. And that's another thing I learned
Hmm.
from a lot of different people, all different types of religions, all different types of ethnicities and locations. And basically we all trying to stay healthy.
Right.
Do know that a lot of things that are promoted in Western medicine really aren't good for us.
Right.
And
Right.
so I was looking for ways to actually either treat or cure instead of just hiding symptoms.
Hmm. Yes.
And
That
then
physician know thyself. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then when I dug deeper, you realize that disease ain't nothing but a dis-ease or a disharmony within the body. It can be caused from spiritual stuff. It can be caused from mental stuff, and it be caused and manifest in the physical.
Yes. Yes.
So that's when I started, and I kept moving forward and learning from people and sharing because we can all learn from one another. And then as deeper I got later on in life, when I was in college, my father had stage 4 cancer. So I started doing research and trying to find ways to help him, even if I couldn't cure him. His cancer, as a result, went into remission a total of 4 times, but he didn't succumb to cancer. He succumbed to the treatment. He had a heart attack during chemo.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And watching all my elders dealing with their different modalities,
Hmm.
I always, because I always been heavy most of my life from football and everything else, I always wanted to try to have a healthier approach and outlook. So research, reading, studying, and practicing. That's how I became the way I am.
Okay.
And I also, kept looking for ways to do better out here because it seemed like we have more technology than a lot of our ancestors did, but we ain't as healthy as them.
Right. Um, again, I did mention that we are related, and for um, our your paternal, my maternal, my paternal side of the family, church is like a really, really, really,
Yeah.
what I won't say church. I'm gonna say Christianity and church is like hardcore pushed. And for me, for our family, in our household, it was all Jehovah Witness stuff. So it was that anything outside of the studying that is, hey Phyllis, that was outside of what we learned being Jehovah Witnesses, um, was like quote unquote demonic. I've heard that Jehovah Witnesses have evolved past calling every other thing that, but that's what it was called when I was growing up. Like every other thing was demonic. And even now when I speak to people that are, I won't say avid churchgoers because that's not really like I don't want to make it sound like I'm like against church. I'm saying that people that are hardcore Christians that I've seen lately are saying, "Oh, y'all walking away from Jesus and doing tarot, or y'all walking away from Jesus and doing rocks," and so it's like, I know you've heard this because you've been doing this
Mhm.
for a really long time. And so my question for you is, what do you say to those people that say you walked away from God because you're doing this healing thing,
Not
this
walking away
Reiki,
from God. I'm
this
not walking
crystal?
away from God. Never,
I'm sorry.
never, never. Not walking away from God when you are practicing all this healing stuff. It's a part of us. The
Exactly.
knowledge is there. It's not like we're like forget everything we learned. It's like, oh, I know something better. Let me do it. Let me try. I've added this one as well.
Add it,
Because,
yeah, an
but you got to
additive.
think about
Yeah.
this. They fast in the Bible. Certain people get their food laws in the Bible.
Oils for
Yep.
anointing, all that stuff.
The oils for anointing. They they eat and drink the body and blood of Christ.
So yeah.
The
So
the,
yeah.
the Christian holidays are really around like the same holidays. They just call them something different. Whether it's the solstice,
Right.
whether it's the constellations, all of that stuff. It has a relationship. However you choose to understand it, that's your
Right.
choice. But
Right.
there is so much out here that we should be actually applying because to me, healing is not a bad thing. It's a good
Right.
thing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm How can you get mad because I heal? Well, I want to heal. Well, I want to do better. Something has happened to my body or my mind or my spirit, and I need some adjustment. Ask
My
yourself, ask yourself this: how come they don't never prescribe diets?
okay.
What
My
they
take on
need
it
to heal? What they
is that the universe was designed not just with one purpose. Like everything serves a purpose. So for me, if I'm tracking the movements of the moon, if I'm tracking the way that the planets are aligned, if I'm saying that we're in a retrograde, or if we even the crystals that I'm wearing around my neck and on my arm and on my ankle, you know, all exactly all those things are related to my connection with God. They're all related. They draw me closer because I am using things that were naturally created for me to utilize. So for me, when I hear those, that kind of rhetoric, it bothers me because it's like, are you seriously in this space that you feel that you need to deny me the right to do what makes me feel that I'm closer to God because I'm not doing what makes you feel closer to God? Like that's the issue for me. Like I'm not knocking however you connect with the universe, with your soul, like how you feel like it should be preserved. All I'm saying is I'm doing this in addition to whatever else I've decided, to
exactly?
retain from what I grew up with. So I just wanted to know how you handled it. So again, we're going to talk about how how it adds balance to your life. Can you like share a little bit on that? Like how you feel like you've added balance to your life, being a Reiki healer. And don't you make crystal jewelry as well?
Yeah, I make jewelry as well.
Okay.
Like, actually, it's slowing down because you know a lot of natural things may take a little longer than usual. It gives you time to actually think and prepare. Um, every case is different. There's no one way to cure or treat anything. So
Right.
you have to take the time. And everyone is different as well. So it's like I want to say it's more like a holistic approach with each
Right. Oh,
individual.
I like that. I'm gonna start using that holistic,
Yep.
not just holistic, but holistic.
Yeah, it's a holistic approach.
I
I
love
want to
that.
know I want to know what you putting in your body. And when I say that, not just what you eating, what you watching, what you
Hmm.
thinking, what you entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that counts.
Hmm.
All of that counts. It's not just one thing. You know, even your social circle can make you sick.
Woo, cha.
A relationship can make you sick. A job can make you sick. A social circle can make you sick. And other people's energy actually can make you sick.
Yes.
Literally. That's
Yeah, I was sharing with my girlfriend today that I had a nightmare. Probably the first time I had a nightmare in years. I had a nightmare 2 nights ago. I was watching a show that is out on Netflix called Manifest. Now I know better. Like there's just certain things like you literally just said that I cannot allow into my mental. Like especially now during this Mercury retrograde. Like this retrograde been beat slapping me around like crazy. So I know that there are certain things that I cannot watch, and it's difficult, especially like what I'm again being transparent because this is intimate conversations with Pink Kitty. Like I'll be, dating somebody and they'll be like, "Oh, we're gonna Netflix and chill, and we're gonna watch something with, there's a lot of action and people are dying. There's a lot of shooting and blood and gore." I can't watch that stuff before I go to bed. Matter of fact, I try not to watch it like anytime after 6 p.m. if I'm going to watch it because I am very, very, very sensitive to that. I will have nightmares. I woke myself up having a nightmare the other night watching the show Manifest. And really, it wasn't a lot of people that died in the show. It was the subject matter that these people, I don't know if any of you have watched it, but these people have powers after they actually died and came back 5 years later thinking that it was just like 40 minutes that had passed or something like that.
Mhm.
So they're thinking that, they did that they've just been on this plane for 40 minutes and the rest of the world is like, no, y'all been gone for 5 years. And so there's a lot of things that are taking place in that. I know it's a trip. A lot of things are taking place in that. And I'm like totally enthralled. But I knew even before I went to bed, I was like, I probably should just put something on to make me laugh for like 20 minutes before I go to bed. And I did not. And so I watched it. And like I said, I literally had a nightmare of these things. And I'm like, I know that I'm intuitive. And so the energies that I receive affect me immediately. Like I have been around people and people like, do you have COVID? Because a certain person will walk past me and I'll start coughing like I can't even breathe. And then once they get out of my little area, I can breathe again, like perfectly fine, like right back to normal. So I know that I pick up energies like crazy. I'm extremely intuitive. And so I want you to speak to that. Like you mentioned it, slowly, like it can make you sick, but it's more than it's just making you sick. It actually does something to your psyche. It actually does something to
See,
go
I
ahead.
know a
Because you're the
a lot of
expert here.
people.
I'm just like I'm the
Okay,
novice.
brace yourself. Do you realize that music and audio can be tuned to certain frequencies that cause a disease in your system?
They do
Yes.
what?
It can
They
cause
cause
a
what?
disease. It can cause your system, your nerves. Y'all ever had
Oh,
listen to some
absolutely.
music that
Yeah.
got on your nerves? Like you was like, oh my God.
Hmm.
It is actually the frequencies they tune the music to. Sound is a weapon. They
Yes.
have used it before. So if there is some underlying tone or something going on that you may not be able to hear audibly, you can actually
Right.
feel it in your body. And sometimes we don't listen to that. You know, it's okay to be hypersensitive. That's your
Yeah, I'm
that's
really, yeah, yeah,
your
I really,
body
really,
is
Mhm.
safe. It's a safety mechanism to let you know, hey, that's not for you, or not right now.
Right.
I mean, but it's all, you know,
I
the
think
the
that's
way
that's
that the way our society set up. They want us to work all type of hours of the day and night, and not
hmm
realize you ain't even supposed to be working at night. Your body set up to shut down. It's all type of stuff that I know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's just strange how certain things be set up to go against nature. It's
it
unnatural.
is, Lady D. I agree with you. Um, I And so the way that this tied into, I said I wanted it to be about how it can and can improve your sex life by like making sure you're aligning yourself with the proper energies. Is that I'm a sapiosexual. What that means is I'm mentally stimulated. Like I can be like you have the like bomb physical, but if you don't stimulate my mental, I will not become aroused by you. And that happens to me frequently. I told y'all I'm at the pool. I'm doing my live broadcast. I told y'all I'm at the pool, right? Because I'm about to
Right.
get in as soon as we like in this call. So bye. No, I'm just, but, um, like I'm a sapiosexual, so I can be like find you like to be totally amazing, but if you don't arouse my mental, I cannot become aroused by you. And I have met men that are just like, I'm trying to get myself to that place with, and I'm just like, if it don't happen, then I'll let you know, like I'm not interested anymore because I'm too intuitive to who I am. I believe that this is what it's about, that I'm very connected with who I am mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and as well as physically, that I can't just allow just because you cute to work because I'm more than that. And so for me, I wanted to talk about that, how, even if it's a one night stand, I still have to be like, there had to be something engaging about you to make me even be interested in doing that with you, which obviously worked against me as a sex worker because I was trying to be motivated by money, but my body was not having it. So,
It's energy. It's all
no, that's
it's
not what
energy.
we're doing.
It's energy. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Like you just got your whole mind made up. So that's what your mind and your body generate that. So that's why that all that other stuff don't fit you anymore because you
Yeah.
wearing it. Like every thought, every declaration you make sticks on you.
Right.
Thought is energy. So now you got your own shield up because you have said what it is that who you are and what it ain't. So now everything else is like whether an untrained person or a person who still ain't walking their path, they can still be out here just sport fishing with anything, and other people be like, even when I want to try, I just can't go because
Right.
I know who
Right.
I am. I love who I am, and I'm cautious of what energy that I want around me. And if it
Yes.
ain't, no matter what the relationship is or the understanding, there's got to be some type of thing there energetically.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's up to you. Like some people be making they speak incorrectly and they think incorrectly. That's why they attract the wrong things.
hmm
Like you got to realize people have to realize how powerful they actually are. Like you just check this out. The universe is neither for or against you. It reacts off of your thoughts. That's what people don't fail to realize. So you have
Yeah.
to you have to be able to have it's up here. You got to clear all that
Yeah.
out. But see how strong it is when you are determined and made your mind up. You can't even cheat on yourself.
Stay on that bag. I'm sorry, guys. Stay on that bag hanging on the chair because I was just gonna bring the bag down. So anyway, sorry guys. I told you I was at the pool for the
You
15th
can't
time.
cheat on yourself.
um, So, what do you recommend for a person that this is their first time ever even hearing about this? Like, what do you recommend they start with? Like, what book to read? Is there a crystal they should buy, or that you think everybody should have in their home? Or how can they get stuff from you?
Well, I don't know. I would start out with learning maybe some basic breathing exercises like meditation, deep breath breathing
Yeah,
exercises.
start
And
with meditation.
then you you know, as you progress, you can start by doing, I don't know, have you ever heard of binaural beats?
Oh no! See, now you
Okay.
teaching me something.
They're,
Yay!
they're like beats that actually affect your chakras. They got hertz and frequency. Each chakra is tuned to one, and they got even on some of these streaming platforms and YouTube, you can actually look them up. They have for the heart all seven chakras.
Oh wow!
You can actually, and you know about, oh, and y'all forgot my singing bowls too. I got singing bowls too to each chakra. You know, I do singing bowl therapy and all that stuff. You know,
You the one
so
that made me buy my first singing bowl, actually, because you sent me a video and it was just so soothing.
yep.
And at that time, I thought I was triggered, but actually, I was receiving the energy that you were sending, which I thought was amazing. So I went and bought me a bowl, and I still don't know how to play it. So the
I have
planes that you need to jump
I have to
on
show
so you
you how to
can
play
get
it.
here.
But yeah, it's
Help
basic
me
stuff.
out.
Like it's stuff like that. Breathing. The singing bowl is real good as well.
Mm,
Um, sun getting you some good sunlight too and grounding yourself, you know, being barefoot on the soil. It's a lot of small stuff that you wouldn't believe. But I do know sun is good for your body before noon and after 4 p.m.
okay.
But that all helps with balancing your body and your chakra. But what I would suggest, and I know y'all don't laugh at me, but go hug a
I'm
tree.
not laughing.
Go hug a tree and just hug a tree and breathe barefooted, you know, with your feet on the ground, and you can actually feel your body changing.
Yes, I've been doing a lot of that during this retrograde. Trust a lot, a lot. I was like, it's dog poop. I don't care. I need this right now. It's
Um,
very important.
it's the best thing for you. I promise you, because all of
Yes.
this energy going on will have you side eyeing yourself.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So, I had another question for you.
I'm
So,
listening.
because this is the Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty show, I have to ask, how do you how do you date? Because that's one of the things that I'm actually struggling with at this time. Because Christian guys don't like when they come over my house and they see all these white candles and and crystal, these little rocks all over, and I'm lighting incense, like like I write like 7 incense a day,
Well,
different times I'm meditating, and so they like, she a witch.
I get the same thing.
So you doing the same? So you're not dating either?
I mean, I get the same thing. It's people. Some people have to grow into it. Some people run from it. You know what
But
I'm
it's
saying?
more
It's
women that are doing this that I'm aware of than men. So you really shouldn't have a problem with dating, because I know a whole bunch of women that are doing this. I don't know that many guys that are.
yeah, but that's exactly why why it's difficult.
Wait, one of the
But
viewers has a question for you. Hold on, let me read it to you. She said, "Wouldn't it be dependent on? I guess it's related to the other question that I had asked. Wouldn't it be dependent on what they are trying to learn and accomplish?" With, I guess it was with the question that I asked, what would you recommend somebody who had never heard of Reiki healing and chakras and the things that the metaphysical things that we're talking about? She's saying, wouldn't it be dependent on what they're trying to learn and accomplish, the things that they should purchase? I agree. I agree with that. What you said.
yes, it does. Exactly.
Yeah.
It does.
But I think
Wherever,
that's why you
however the
mentioned the
person,
grounding
whatever the
too, though,
flow.
right? Because that's what you're trying to find. Like once you get that energy, you'll definitely start reaching out to what you need. Like when you know you hungry, you gonna go get something to eat. When you
Yeah.
know you
Some
thirsty, you
people
gonna go
are
get something to drink.
bookworms and
And when
some
you're
people are
grounding
mechanical.
yourself, oh, go
Yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying some people read and some people read and do physical stuff. It's all on what approach it is. I would also, but if we're being blessed with all of this technology, research and see
Start
what
reading.
works best for you. And don't be afraid to try different things. Don't put your life in risk, but don't be afraid to try different things. You know, come up with your own, come up with whatever works for you.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that's what you're doing it for. To build yourself, to help yourself, to enlighten yourself, to strengthen yourself, so that maybe you can help somebody else one day.
I'm so happy you're here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Al, for being here. I just feel so blessed that even though we was late, we still had a good turnout and we're having a good
Not a
conversation.
problem.
My
I'm
heart
good.
just feels so full. Um, so to get back to what the other subject that we were talking about, like the last guy that I was seeing, it took a while for me to let him in my house for this reason because I kind of wanted to see where his head was. Um, as far as me walking around with these crystals in my pocket and all that,
Right.
this before I actually had him come into my home and feel my energy. Now he said I can definitely see what you're saying when you talk about the energy in your house, how you're very like I'm very protective about the energy in my home, which you already know. You've been here. Um, I'm very protective about that energy, so I let everybody in my space. But he was good about that. But it was the me lighting the candle, put the oil in, and then crunching up the cinnamon and adding. He was like, "Oh, what? No, we ain't gonna be able to do this." So he was telling everybody she's a witch, and I was like, "I'm perfectly okay with you. Whatever you're able to grasp from me, you calling me that. Like I'm not even gonna say no, I'm
Right.
not a witch because I probably would have been burned at the stake back when they were doing the Salem witch trials. I probably would have been, but um, that's not going to stop me from doing what I know that I need to do in order for me to go to my next level, my level of ascension. So, I can't let you know because I want to date stop me
But
from
you
still
also,
being this being that
check
I'm meant
this
to
out.
be.
I bet you through this dating, you now know what you don't want.
Absolutely, that part.
So
Absolutely.
when what you do won't come around, you ain't got no problem recognizing. And there's
Right.
nothing wrong with that. There's
I mean, again,
somebody
I'm not like that going, oh, I can't find. I ain't doing that. That ain't
like
that. I hope I'm not even
it's
conveying
gonna
that vibe.
happen.
That ain't where I'm at.
And to me, the more organic it is, the better. So it's gonna happen. But hey, if you always be who you are, you will attract somebody who cares about you, likes you, and love you for you. You ain't gotta be anything but who you are. Period. I mean, don't be, still be who you are, no matter what. Fashion, hairstyle, still be who you are.
Right. All of that. All of
I
that.
mean, what's the big deal? That's how I
Well,
feel. Like if you want somebody like you, okay, so I don't have my abracadabra and
yeah,
hocus
order
pocus.
claiming my witchery and my goddess energy.
You see what I'm saying? That's who you
Right.
are.
Yeah.
Be proud of who you are and what you are. We ain't hurt nobody. That's the
Well, I
whole
don't know. I
thing.
have
People,
poured some bleach on some stuff. No, that's a whole other show, though. That's a whole other.
I'm strong. Hey, look, check this out.
Look, I burned some bay leaves
It take more strength to be an individual than
now.
be a carbon copy, just like somebody else. So be who you are. Love you, do you, be you to the fullest. Originality is what is really it is. We don't want to be around the same people doing the same stuff. I don't like fake kicking it, and I don't like fake hanging out.
Hello, that
If
part.
I ain't for
That.
you, I'm I, I I'm an acquired taste, so I ain't
Fact,
for everybody.
fact. Me and my daddy was just talking about that. I'm at the top of the tree. If you see a piece of
saying?
me
I ain't for
hanging
everybody,
low,
but
it's
I'm
a
not
leg.
gonna be.
It ain't all of this.
But I'm open for my lessons and my blessings. So I ain't gonna shoo nobody away. But I already know sometimes it is what it is. It's nothing more.
Look, that part. Fully three-dimensional being with a whole lot of layers.
I'm just saying it is a whole lot of layers, but you got to embrace each
And
layer.
everyone.
You can't just like the candy. You got to get the sugar, the sour, the sweet, sometimey, all of it.
Right.
It's all part of you, but it's about balance.
Absolutely.
It was nobody just woke up running. Everybody had you had the quarrel. Some people were sleepwalking. Some people finally got their feet underneath them, and then they trying to jog, and they still need to just walk. Sometimes you just need to be still too. I
Yes.
promise y'all, it will save you a lot of aggravation.
And clear up all the misunderstandings in advance.
Yeah, yes, it will. A pause, a timeout. Mm-mm.
Well, thank you again so much, Al, for being here. Thank you guys for watching. This is tonight's show of Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty. I am your host, Vanessa, the owner of Pink Kitty LLC, and this is my cousin, the Reiki healer, Al. Oh, did you have anything you wanted to plug? I know you have a book, a couple books that I have on my counter, so I know you got some of those. Anything you want to plug? How can people find you?
You can find me on social media under Alheim Sevenex. And along my social media, you'll be able to send me an inbox. And if you need any crystals, candles, like to set up appointments with
Oh,
me,
that's right.
and
Oh, y'all, he made me an orange vanilla candle that was the bomb. I did not even want to light it. I just kept sniffing it. But the energy that I got from lighting it, I wanted to tell you that it was just so bomb. Like when I finally did light it, I felt all the love that you have for me when I lit that candle. I am not joking.
you
It
can
was
find
so
Candles of
wonderful.
Peace
Just
on
thank you
Facebook
so
as
much,
well.
cousin.
That's my page with my candles.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
hey, just find me. It's not a problem. Alheim 7X,
yes.
ALHEIMSEVENEX. There it
So,
is. Any questions, concerns,
yep,
feel
at
free to
Peachtree.
contact me.
Lady D
Huh?
got you. She all in it. We love it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna go
Yeah.
now. This has been an amazing show. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We're gonna absolutely do this again because my tarot reader, actually, I really wanted her to be here, and she did message me and was like, you was late, so I took some paid gigs, so I ain't mad at her. Honey, make your coins. But we definitely have to do this again. So actually, I want to plan it for next month. So you plan to be back?
Okay.
I'm gonna plan to grab her again and we're gonna make this happen. And I promise to be on time. Hey, this is my sister, y'all. Everybody should know her. Antoinette. She was on the show a couple of weeks ago. Hey, y'all. Hey. All
Hey,
right, y'all. Peace and blessings,
love you,
everybody.
cuz.
We'll see you next time. We're gonna have bed talk next week with Pink Kitty, and we're really gonna get into it. I was kind of impromptu today, but I really do have some questions that I have received that I'm gonna answer next week on the show. So it's gonna be Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty presents bed talk rather than TED talk because we're going to talk about all the things in your and my bedroom. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching and hashtag get you some.
Peace.